Eminence in Shadow is so stupid. I mean, the MC Sid's a schizophrenic middle schooler edgelord stuck in a high schooler body that dreams of being the strongest thing in existence, but then he realizes he can't live a nuke, so he unalives himself to then reincarnate, immediately start training and running rampant as a bloodthirsty feral human at night while pretending to be a nobody during the day and secretly breaking ancient curses and pathologically gaslighting the world's largest army of anime bodybuilder material I've ever seen, all to achieve his lifelong middle school edgelord dream of hunting shadows in the shadows, basically just becoming a living nuke, all while being a background character. So yeah, the Eminence in Shadow is stupid. Stupidly good. To be honest, I don't even really know what to say about this show. It uses every cliche in the isekai genre, yet it felt fresh. The pacing was slow at times, but I couldn't keep up. It was the cringiest, funniest, and most intense anime all at the same time, and it became this absurd blend of uncoherent, tranquil chaos. And Studio Nexus wore this with pride, and that made the Eminence in Shadow one of the most enjoyable experiences I have ever had while watching anime. The story itself is portrayed to be taken with a grain of salt, as you see Sid come up with 48 ways to lose a fight on purpose, as he accidentally finds his kidnapped sister by pointing to the wrong spot on the map, as he gets on all fours barking for money from his fake girlfriend. I mean, how can I watch anything and take it seriously when it does this? He's talking about his junk. Everything he does as Sid is meant to be taken lightly and as a joke, because that's how he views his mundane daytime life that he has. But the story is told and acted out as serious as he takes his edgelord roleplay, like with the fight with Beatrix or the attack on the school in the oh so famous I Am Atomic, or any other action he takes as Shadow, because his dramatized hidden in the shadow lifestyle that he sought after his entire previous life is what he truly wants to live out, not his daily life. That's just something he does for fun that he's setting up for later use. But just because the show takes a serious tone doesn't make the unhinged and out-of-pocket moments any easier to swallow. They're only palatable because the show has two sides, just like Sid, giving it this parody feeling. So even when Sid kills someone with a popsicle stick, sets up an entire room for one scene, or blows this guy away with a sneeze, no one bats an eye, because that's just what the Eminence in Shadow is. It's a parody series with everything cranked to the maximum. But not only does Studio Nexus wear this with pride, making it a good anime to watch by over-exaggerating everything that it does, but they made it something special, and they made it great by putting some of the best music, sound effects, fights, directing, and details into it. I mean, the fights alone are encapsulating enough to get any anime fight junkie to watch the show. They have the high-speed fight scenes where you can't even see them moving, moves that level cities, the flashiness that every anime fan has come to love, but adding in Shadow's love for the dramatic and desire for power make them even better. Just watching him toying with his opponent, making them think that they're equals while degrading their skill just to show the true difference in their power. But again, that's still not all that it does to make these fights stand out from the rest. Just look at the Beatrix fight. There's so much attention to detail, even the unspoken details of the fight, like where they're moving so fast that the common person or even some highly trained knights can't even tell what's happening right behind them. And not only this, but the attention to the sounds makes the fights and interactions that much more dramatic, from the magic fire spewing out of a sword, metal clashing together, the footsteps in the rain. Even outside the fights, the attention to the details, visuals, and sounds are insane. Just in the first 5 minutes of the anime, we get subtle hints about who Sid is right away. We even see the weights on his wrist, but I'm sure a ton of people didn't even notice this the first time through. And above all else, that surprised me the most in this show were the director choices that they took that gave the Eminence in Shadow that much more of a Sid effect. Like, who thought of bass boosting lines in anime? Every time they did this, I had chills down my spine. Basically, the Eminence in Shadow just does it all. It's a parody-like isekai series that brought us some of the most unreal, cringy, funny, dramatic, and insane fights in the genre, written in a way that is palatable to not only consume but enjoy, and enhanced by some amazing animation, the best director choices, and attention to detail that I have seen in anime, let alone the isekai genre. Turning a series that I'm sure no one expected to amount to much to a highly regarded isekai that many argue is competing to be one of the best ever made, gathering an audience of 360,000 on MAL, and in just 1 week after ending its first season, has announced that the second is in production. And the best part about the Eminence Shadow is that we haven't even seen a fraction of what it's capable of Sid's strength, or where the organization's even going to go. And you can call me crazy, delusional, or stupid, or anything else, but that's why this anime is going to climb the ranks, assume the throne, and become the king of Isekai. But if you enjoyed my review and reactions of the Eminence Shadow, then make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out, and go check out my Twitter to pick out my new anime talk and gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.